You talk about manifestation a lot. Do you ever think back about the time you were 110 pounds and you look back at the person that you are now? Did you ever, in any particular time, I see the videos that you post when you were lifting, when you first originally started, and then you show the process. Back then, when you were first lifting, first deciding to do fitness, did you ever picture yourself to be where you're at this current moment, the way that you are?
Yes.
Yeah?
100%. There's a quote from Arnold Schwarzenegger where he basically said, or not a quote per se, but it's just a line that he said when I was watching, it was Pumping Iron. Oh, no, it wasn't Pumping Iron. It was the bodybuilding thing from Arnold. I forgot the YouTube name. But I watched that video, and he said that he would look at the way that he would look. I mean, granted, I didn't have a poster, but I had just like a mirror. I'll look the way I want to look, and I'll just picture myself. And this is like him saying it. I'll look, and I'll just picture myself 15, 20 pounds leaner, right? Like literally just striations, bigger biceps, smaller waist, bigger chest every time. So when I was, and I remember this too as well, and you brought back a memory, holy crap, where I just saw myself, I was struggling. This was during the time that I was struggling so hard to gain the weight. I think I was 2 weeks in to trying to gain that weight, where I just looked at myself and I literally pictured like a complete painting of how it would look, right? Granted, I didn't think about the tattoos, but I just saw, okay, I'm this thin. How wide do I want to be? How big do I want my arms to be? How big do I want my legs to be? Because my legs in general, honestly, I say it's genetic, but my legs were one of the main things that I struggled to gain the most. And it's the biggest on my body, And so that one right there, like I painted that picture so like if I could draw it, I could. I suck at drawing, but I can outline. I literally tears in my eyes, trying my best, and painted that picture. And every single day, I would just look at myself as that instead of the person that I was, right? And that's why whenever I see myself, I never see a difference, because I always see another version every time. And I kind of process and kind of change my mindset into that even till this day, where I don't see what I have right now, I see what I want more in the future.
Right.
And so I did. Yeah, I saw how I wanted to be, and I just grinded my ass off to be able to just get at least some of what I have right now and what I want in the future.
I love that. There's this, it's like, and then from then on, once you painted that picture, I'm pretty sure, I'm only assuming that the next day you decided to take action. The next day you ate all the foods, the 6,000 calories that you lifted. It was like, okay, I'm actually getting closer to that vision that I set out.
I was locked in. Yeah, no, I was completely locked in. So literally after that day, and that was I think that was during a vulnerable time too. Mm-hmm. And so after the day after I started eating, I remember I was mad. Like I was eating like I was mad, like a dog, right? So I just grinded eating everything down after I ate. Back then I didn't drink protein powder. So everybody has that mom where they think protein powder is a steroid. So I really had to get I got my protein through actual like natural food resources. Yeah. So I'll have my grandpa literally like grab, and this is how I knew I was committed. I did my research. I grabbed every single thing that had a high protein based. So I got that PB Fit. I got that what was it? Greek yogurt. I got when you go to Stater Brothers, I forgot what the brand's called, but they have like the pre-made like protein drinks and everything. Mm-hmm. I'll add that in there. It had like 30 grams, and I'll put all of the ingredients, because there's like what was it? Strawberries, bananas. I put tuna. I put salt and what was it? The PB Fit, the Greek yogurt, the drink, some water. I also added milk, so it's just a bunch of stuff. Yeah. I put it in a big blender, and I did not. No, watch this. Watch this. I blended all of that up, right? I think the only disgusting thing is the tuna. I don't know why I put tuna. Because I saw it was 18. I thought 18 was a lot. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'm going to put it in there. I did not stand up until I drank that whole blender. And that was like I'm talking about like a big actual blender that you would like make so much stuff in.
Yeah.
And I just drank that entire thing, and I'll do that twice a day. So I would literally make that twice, and then with all the other foods. Yeah. So I did not stand up until I finished that, even after a meal. So that's how I knew I was completely committed. Right, I went above and beyond, basically. And then protein powder. That's when she finally let me, because she saw how psychotic I was. Mm-hmm. And then she was like, okay. I'll get it. Yeah, because I was blending stuff. Like every single time that I would be home, you would just hear the blender every time, right? So, oh yeah, no, that's how I knew after that day I was committed. And then I just that's when I manifested. Yeah. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be this big. I'm gonna be this big. I'm gonna be this big. And then that's one of the reasons that I actually grew a little bit faster after that.
Though it seems like in that moment though, probably wasn't that enjoyable.
I think I was like crazy enough to actually enjoy it. Now that I think about it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Now that you reflect though, do you think, or do you ever miss that period of time?
Yeah, because that was probably a good chunk of the duration of during that time where I was the most motivated. I was motivated out of my mind. I was willing to do anything, to be able to get to where I wanted to be, right? So I would say so. Yeah, because I was like, dude, I like, now I'm thinking back, because you would think I was motivated now because of like all the stuff that I was doing. Like all the meals, all the stuff that I'm posting, and just like the way that I work out. No, the time that I was most motivated was the time that I first started. Yeah, and that's gonna be that's gonna be everybody.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's something I've been writing about recently. Is the process is the reward, not the outcome, and it's because when I reflect back on the time I lost 63 pounds, I was expecting that the moment I realized I had abs, the moment I got the body that I wanted, that I had the cut shoulders, that the red carpet would roll out for me and I would be whatever it is that I would be. But I realized that in the process of going towards losing 63 pounds, that was the reward.
Oh, yeah.
Because by the time I ended up realizing that I had abs and that I had cut shoulders, it didn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
And the more I reflect back on that period of time, I just miss the process, you know, and the process is the reward, not the outcome.
That's something that I always posted about too, whereas you could always post about the journey, but nobody cares about the journey. Oh no, my bad. Yeah, no, you can always post about the journey, but nobody cares about it. They only care about the outcome, right? But that journey is what made you who you are. Right. If you don't go through that journey, you're not going to be the person that you are right now. If you go through that journey, you see all the sacrifices that you have to do. You see all the gains, literally, through mental and physicality. Physical. All the gains that you have made in general, that's what made you, right? So that's what I always thrive to showcase, and I try my best to showcase, is like, you could go ahead and say, okay, I want to go ahead and I want to look like this, and I'll look like this now. Okay, how? I don't know. Well, what do you mean you don't know? Now you have to go through the process, right? And that process is what's going to give you that knowledge to be able to reach whatever it is you want to reach, whatever achievement that you want to achieve. Exactly. And that's why I always want to like advocate towards it.
Yeah. And you do show that in a lot of ways. I remember that one video that you shared where it was you were showing your physique. This guy ran, and then at the end of it, it was because this guy walked.
Because they walked. Yeah.
Because they walked. And it was you originally when you were at 140 pounds, 150 pounds from what it seems like.
I think if I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, it was around that time, 8th grade, 9th grade, maybe?
Yeah.
So it was like that person, that version of yourself who had the big vision in mind couldn't have gotten you to where you're at now if it wasn't for them starting in the first place and staying consistent and staying disciplined and staying motivated. Do you find that motivation comes, for me personally, motivation comes from an act of doing, not from wanting to obtain. So you can't just pull over motivation over towards you. You have to earn it.
The wanting to obtain one, I feel like that's how my mindset was when it came to that, because I wanted to obtain it so bad that it became an obsession. And that's what even took my mindset off of dancing, because I grew up like dancing no matter what. where no matter what you do, no matter what you see, when you look in a corner, there's a little Nelly that just out of nowhere just started dancing out of nowhere, right? Yeah. Moonwalking, doing whatever. But I wanted to achieve. I wanted it so bad that it became an obsession that no matter what you do, no matter how many times that people try to tell me, like, don't do it, you're not going to do it, you're not going to make it, or it's going to take you so long, why would you try it? That I did not care. I truly didn't care. And I ended up just saying, you know what, I'm like, fuck it. Like, I'll just go into it wholeheartedly. And that's when I just committed because I wanted to gain it so bad and I was obsessed.
Feel free to check out my other interviews with other cool people as well. I'll link it right over here somewhere, maybe right here or something. Who knows? So, adjust your calendars accordingly, ladies and gentlemen. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a great day.